Hello everyone, welcome to next part of our lesson environmental management. Do you remember what we studied in our last video? Let us revise. We have learned that natural and artificial factors affect the environment, as well as if any trophic level is disturbed, the ecosystem will collapse. Either it is producer or consumer or decomposer. If their level or quantity is disturbed, whole ecosystem will be disturbed. It will ultimately affect on the survival of the living things as well as human being. So now we will deal with our next point, environmental conservation. We have seen the different factors affecting environment. So factors affecting environment. These are natural factors and artificial or man-made factors. All the natural factors include natural disasters like earthquake, volcano, flood, forest fire, drought, cloud bursting, etc. These are the natural disasters which ultimately result in harming the environment. So, what are the man-made factors then? Deforestation, pollution, urbanization, industrialization, different types of terrorisms. These are the factors which ultimately, directly or indirectly, but they affect the environment. They harm the environment, right? When these natural or artificial factors harm the environment, it creates imbalance between various factors of environment, and ultimately it affects the existence of biotic factors. Right? Here you can see a quote by Mahatma Gandhi that earth is sufficient to satisfy everyone's need but not the greed. It means that the earth or environment, the natural factors will surely fulfill our basic needs, all our basic needs. But if we overload our greed and keep snatching from nature, from Mother Earth, it will surely show harmful effects. The snatching of natural things will result in harmful and unacceptable changes. These unacceptable and unnecessary changes in the surrounding environment due to natural events, that is natural factors, or human activities, that is artificial factors, it is called as environmental pollution. This environmental pollution may be of different factors like air, water, soil, etc. The contamination of any material, it is called as its pollution. For example, if the content of the air, if it is changed and it is harmful, it will be the contamination of air. If the content of the water, the total distribution of the water factors, if it is disturbed, it is contaminated, it will be water pollution, and so on. Any type of pollution will be responsible for harm to human and other living beings in the environment. At present, many environmental problems have arisen due to this. One of them is pollution. We have already studied different types of pollutions in our previous standards. Do you remember? Have a look here in the chart carefully. We can see different sources, effects, and preventive measures for different pollutions, as well as different preventive measures to control the different types of pollution. You can have a look here. Along with these air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution, there is a new type, that is radioactive pollution is also introduced here, which is caused due to X-rays and other harmful radiations. It has major and long-term hazardous effects on human body like cancer or even genetic changes which will last for the generations. To avoid such harms and hazards, we need to conserve environment. Now, should we see or should we discuss about the need of environment conservation? Why it is necessary? The need of environmental conservation. First is to maintain the clean and pollution free air, water and land. That is to avoid the pollution of different natural resources. To maintain balance in nature so that the living things, the biotic factors can survive. To protect and conserve the biodiversity so that the different trophic levels, consumers, producers and decomposers should survive. To solve the natural and artificial problems, to conserve natural resources and to give quality of life and sustainable future to next generations. It is said that we use all the natural resources which we have borrowed from Mother Earth, from nature, and hence it is our responsibility. We should keep them for our future generations. We should sustain them for our future generations. That's why we are learning, we are seeing these lessons. It's not just the syllabus to be carried out or given the exams passed and forgot. It's what you have to learn and understand for lifetime. Not just understand and live, but to follow these lessons throughout our lives. We should have the positive attitude and affection towards the environment. We should learn about the environment. These lessons are just the inculcation of these values among all of us, and particularly you all the children. It helps us to make the future generations more aware about environmental conservation, environmental protection. And so as to achieve this, it is necessary to increase the awareness through education. Today, all the developed, developing and underdeveloped countries have accepted the responsibility of environmental protection. How? Let us learn. Environmental conservation and social responsibility. Since existence of human, there is interrelationship between human and environment. And on the earth, human being has proved its superiority. Human being has dominated over nature through intelligence, memory, imaginary abilities and all those things. To live a satisfactory life, human utilized all the natural resources as much as possible. And this snatching of natural resources, it leads to increase in environmental problems. Many times, general public is unknown that its activities are harmful to environment, and thereby unknowingly many activities happen which harm to the environment. So, if human has disturbed the environmental balance, then human itself, that is, we only can conserve and improve the quality of environment. We have to learn and to love, to respect the nature, right? Have a look here. In this slide, there are some legal provisions which are made for environmental conservation, as well as there are also some topics to collect data from and to discuss. The legal provisions, the data you are asked to collect, and discussions are to understand and to protect and conserve environment. Even after legal provisions, the question arises, why should I? We often say, what I alone can do? I can't do anything. After all, why not? This man, the man you can see in the slide, Jadhav Molai Payang, he, by his continuous effort and work on planting, has built up the forest cover over 1360 acres. He has been awarded with the prestigious Padma Shri Award by Government of India for this work. And the area he built is well known now as Molai Jungle. A single person, if determined, can establish a new forest. Salute to his great work. And about our personal and social or public role in environmental conservation, we will see it in our next video.